Welcome back, everyone. I just did a bunch of work. Well, a bunch of work. I just took down a couple of very small trees, and I took down a couple of, well, I took down one big one, but I'm full of capacity here, so this is going to be slow, and I'm kind of wondering about the rest of this, what I want to do with it. I'm not sure. Like, I feel kind of weird. This will process all the wood fairly quickly, but it also produces crazy amounts of furniture for very little wood, and it just, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. So anyways, I did pick up the rest of the round bales. They're all in here. We're all good. I am walking around. It's July right now, and I'm trying to do some mental math on how we're going to make out. We do have one pallet complete of honey. However, this pallet is still underway, and I hear that they stop in October. That's 3 months away. I'm not sure if I'm going to get a full second pallet, so I'm a little worried about that. So we might put up a couple more beehives, yeah, before the end of the episode, just to make sure, kind of slam dunk it. This here, we are moving, I want to say somewhat slowly as well, so we're going to get rid of that guy pretty soon. We got work to do. That said, there's not... Oh, one more thing before I go on. I've only got one pallet and a bit of eggs. So I'm worried about this too. I'm really worried about this right now. We're halfway through the year. I need 5 pallets. I only have 1 and a bit. So this chicken barn, I'm afraid, is going to come to its end, and we're going to have to get something with a lot more chickens. This is full, if I remember correctly. We are at, where's our numbers? Oh, right here. 50 hens. I can't believe that 50 hens is not producing more eggs than that. They should be producing a ton more eggs. I don't get it. Yeah, it's kind of confusing. So I think we're going to have to upgrade to, 150, 200, 300 maybe, which seems kind of weird for a homestead, to be honest. This should be more than enough eggs to feed a family for a homestead, but for some reason, this is poor. This is not great at all. How much are these pallets? They're 1,000 pieces each. Weird. I don't know what to do. We can't miss the targets, right? So I feel like I have to act or I will fail. So I think we're gonna have a look at chicken barns today. The grass has already started growing again. Not quite sure how we're gonna deal with this later, but that's fine. We could use some more fertilizing though. This is ready next month, sorghum for the chickens. And this is ready next month as well, so we're going to be harvesting a lot in August. So, yeah. So where am I going to miss the mark? So we're past the mid-year point, and I just want to make sure that we don't mess up here. So eggs are weak. Honey is a little bit weak. Mushrooms weak, but they don't matter this year, so it's not a big deal. And cows, I think, are fine, right? Where are we at? We already have almost 2,000 liters of milk, and that was our goal for the year, so we're fine with the cows. Very fine. We don't have straw in here, so we're going to have to get on that. Yeah, they want straw, they said, and no manure. We got some slurry, though, so I don't know what we're going to do with that, but we'll figure it out. All right, so urgency. Cheap, I can fix this problem somewhat cheap right now. We're going to do that. We need greenhouse. No, not greenhouse. Animals, bees, and yeah, let's get a couple more of these installed. Just a couple more. We can only afford a couple right now anyway, but We're just gonna add 2 more. There we go. Lots of bees. It's the bee's knees. Now, as for the chickens, oops. Oh man, come on. Okay, so we have this guy here. 50 chickens, and I think we need a lot more than that. So this here is 150 chickens. We could do this. Though I worry that even for year 3, this is going to be a problem. However, we can put a couple of these, right? This is a nice open chicken coop. I started this on New Hope series, but it turned out the series kind of went. That's a technical term, by the way. So I think we're going to do this. Question is, where are we going to put this? Kind of feel like it needs to be money. Oh, right. I just spent all my money. All right. I gotta deal with that. Okay. Where's my little buddy? Let's sell some stuff. Let's make some money. And I think we're going to place down a new chicken pen right away. I'll grab these products. Come on. There we go. I think it's just the 3. So we'll see if we can grab all 3. Come on. I know you can do it. I believe in you. There we go. Not very well set up, but that's all right. Okay. Now we're gonna replace the chicken pen. I just can't place it at the same place where we're at. It's an opportunity maybe to rescale stuff a bit. Or not rescale, but readjust, prime real estate, I guess. Gonna sell this. Oops. Whoops. There we go. I think more greenhouses is good. We got a winter coming up, and not much is going to be growing of anything. Alright, $19,000. We now have enough to get that chicken barn. So let's see if we can figure out how to make this fit. I could put it here and change where my road is. Could do that. I could remove the other chicken pen and put it right here, which would make some sense. The problem is that the hill slopes down, so this way is actually easier to place. Actually, can I put it back here? Could this work? It's a little tight. How about right here? That would tighten things up in here, wouldn't it? I think we're going to put it here. Which end is which? That's the feed end. And this is the... Okay, I think we're going to do this, guys. Now this is not going to be flat, so it's going to be a bit of a problem. Right there, I think. Can I get into the sheep barn? Yeah, I'm fine. Okay, let's see what that looks like. It's not bad. Could use a little smoothing, especially on this side here. Let's do that. Yeah, where am I? There I am. Move this out a bit. Can I get in here? I hope I can get in here. Kind of close, isn't it? I mean, I go in from the other side. That's not a big deal, I guess. This definitely tightens things up a lot. Okay. All right. So there's that, and then I need somewhere to put the bigger greenhouse. Where are we with this thing? Is it almost ready to pop out that? Oh man, oyster is slow. Very slow. Not good. Okay, so I'm gonna assume chickens are gonna be okay. I do have to buy chickens though, so what we'll do is chickens, $5, 150, $900. I can afford that. I just have to feed them now. That's the problem. Okay, let's buy all 150. Now, healthy. Will they start laying right away? That's a concern, right? That is a concern. How much is that? 8,000. I think I gotta do this. We're gonna buy 156-month-old, basically layers. That's about roughly when chickens start laying is 6 months, sometimes a bit earlier, 4 to 5 sometimes. But we can do this. Let's do this. We're just gonna go big. I assume whatever leftover eggs we have, we can sell them, right? I have a feeling that for year 2 we're going to need at least another one of these. I'm just going by gut here. So I need the wheat that I have. And did I buy tools for this farm yet? I don't know if I did. I don't think I did. So let's buy some tools. Where should I put that? I think we're gonna put tools over here. Right on the corner here. Construction, sheds, tools, or just get our trusty little box here. We get this all the time. That's okay. It works well. And we can pop that right here, close as we can to the building. There we go. That way it doesn't impede too much on our path through. I'm going to convert this into a standard trailer. We don't need much capacity. Customize, yes. All right, and I'm just going to turn around. We're going to get, we have 2,000 liters of wheat in the silo, so I'm going to grab that. I don't know how long that's going to last with 150 mature chickens, but wheat. What's the tip side for this thing? Tip side left. And which side is the feed? The feed is this side. The feed is this side. Oh no. Why don't I have a trigger? Do I have to go in there? Please tell me I don't have to go in there. And where do the eggs fall out? Did I just make a boo-boo? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna come through here. I don't mind if they free range anyway. It's free food, right? In theory. I have to go in here. It is set to left, right? Uh-oh, what's going on, guys? What am I doing wrong? The right thing selected. Oh man, what's going on? Tip side right, tip side left. Oh, there are chickens. I'm not getting a trigger. I don't understand. Okay, I have used this before. I don't understand. Here's what I'm going to try. Here's what I'm going to try. I'm going to try to... We're going to lower the ground a bit. I'm going to do it by coming in here. So it's level with this. Let's see if that makes a difference. If that's the case, then we're going to move stuff out here. Maybe up here a bit. Okay, let's see if it's a ground issue. Sometimes things don't line up properly. Like if it's too high, like if you raise the ground, you can't use the trigger. So let's see, we're on the left, we're on the left. There we go. That was the problem. Okay, solved. Solved. Now I just need to maybe fix up a little bit here. Don't want to get too close to that trigger again, but... Okay, we're good. We're good. Crisis averted. I thought I was going to have to sell it and all that stuff again. Now we're not going to get manure from chickens now, so that's not a big deal, but that's the case. I'm going to take that straw bale. We do have to go get the straw bale shredder. So I think I should probably do that. The problem is it's going to take a little while to do. So give me a second, guys. I need to go with this. There's only 20 kilometers an hour. So I'm going to say we're going to drop this off here. I'll head over. I'll pick it up. I'll be back in a second. You guys don't need to see this seriously long drive. Okay, so I'm looking at this thing, and it's going to be fine for square bales, round bales, whatever we have. However, I'm a little concerned about the weight. Look at the size of this thing. I had to wait till 9 a.m. for the gate to open. Alright, we're on our way. I'm looking at this field right next to us as we're driving back, and it is a ready to harvest field. I wonder if there's a contract for it. If there is, I wonder how long it would take to do with my piddly little harvester. See if I can make this go a little straight, and we'll have a quick look. What field is that? Where are we? Hang on, where are we? Field 4 is the one I'm looking for, and that's oats. Harvesting field 4 is not available. Okay, that's fine. So I'm looking at my list of what I'm going to need next year. what I need to plan now for. And ultimately, we're going to need more hives for sure, for beehives. We are going to need a bakery of sorts and a grain mill of sorts and a dairy. And I think we're going to need some more cows, some more dairy cows, I think. The good news is the barn we have will allow us to add quite a few more. Not a ton, but quite a few more, and we have an abundance of feed. That's one of the reasons why I didn't get too many cows. I was worried about feed, but we're going to have a ton. So I think it would be wise for us to pick up some more cows right away in the new year, dairy cows, and try to max them out. We need 4 beef cattle grown next year, so you know, whatever the capacity of the barn minus 4 should be all dairy cows. Following year we need 8 beef cattle, so we're not going to have to scale that back somehow. Who knows? We might be looking at a pasture for beef cattle. Just separate them and just keep the dairy inside that building, maybe. I don't know. Sounds like a plan, right? Dairy, grain mill, bakery, more beehives. We're gonna have to produce a lot more milk. Not only do we need milk to sell as an item, we also need it to produce the cheese and the butter. So we need a lot. Okay, made it back here, no problem. I need to do a couple of quick things before I can use this. I need to, first of all, nope, not that. This needs to open. This needs to go on the ground. For now, I need to grab my pallet forks. There's a bale inside there. I'll grab it, take it out, and we'll put it in the shredder. See how that works. We will be getting some more straw very soon. This needs to come out. Needs to go in here. Don't mind my skills. Let's drop these off here. There's another one after that I can get. Another bale from the chicken barn that we're not using. We will sell that chicken barn, so if we need more chickens, we'll get another one of these. Okay, weight doesn't seem to be a problem, so that's one thing. Well, with this bale anyway. Hey, watch out, cows. Coming in. There we go. Look at that. Okay, that's all it took. Oops, I got a screenshot there, so... straw. Whoa, why does it say that's all it took? It'll take a lot more than that. Hang on a second. Hang on just a second. Oh boy. Can't see what I'm doing. I guess maybe I have to spin it around. Okay, it's working now. Okay, good. I don't know what just happened there. That's what I wanted. I had to switch. Okay, drop it. I'm gonna go grab that other straw bale. We're gonna get that in here right away. I'm happy with the choice for that chicken coop. Oh, get a little hot. Is that loose? Those bales are loose. That's weird. I didn't put those there, did I? I don't know, maybe they're not real bales, maybe they're just props. I need to smooth that a little bit more. Alright, let's drop this in here. There you go. That's where the milk goes, so I'm not going to get in the way of that. Now, one of the reasons that I would like to get a dairy set up right away, there's a bit of a, I don't know, we'll call it a loophole in the strategy, and I could take advantage of it. It's such that, fix this a little bit here, such that if I put milk is something that I'm supposed to sell at the end of every year, right? Come on. There we go. However, if it's in a dairy where I can't take it back out, I did mention it, that it's okay. You don't have to worry about it. So I could put excess milk from this year into the dairy where it's kind of, you know, used up, we'll say, for lack of a better term. All right, let's get this closed up. I'm actually gonna should I leave it in here with the cows? No, I shouldn't do that, should I? Let's put it to the side right here. Okay. Grab my pallet forks, because I will no doubt need those. Yeah, so that's kind of one loophole I could exploit. Excess milk would go into, or could go into, yeah, it could go into the dairy right away, and that way it's safe, you know. This barn is only 15. I thought it was actually a bit more than this. So we're going to put in, we will add a bunch of cows in the new year. So we're going to have 11 dairy cows. All right. What's up? What's next? What's next? I think we're going to, I'm thinking we might be moving ahead. Oh no, I wanted to add a couple more beehives, but I don't have the money for it. So that's a problem. Okay, I actually don't know what I want to do next. I think we're going to move ahead. I'm trying to be really careful about moving ahead. I'm not quite ready. Or not that I'm not quite ready, but I might forget something important. And missing a month on something is a problem, right? I need more of these. I don't have the money for them. So they're going to have to come out next month. All right. Yeah. If we add a few more beehives, we should be able to meet this year's goal. I don't know about next year. And the last year, I seriously question our ability to ever be able to do that. So I think if we're going to fail somewhere on the year 3, it's going to be the honey. I think, not sure. All right. Do I have anything else I need to do? I don't think so. Let me check contracts for a second. I want to see if there's something ridiculously easy and lucrative. Dead grass. I don't want to do those. Those are going to be very large. Oats. That's a smaller field, but I think it's still pretty big. I think it's still pretty big for our little harvester. What's this? This is... I don't see the field. Oh, that's a tiny, tiny field. Oh, no. That's leased equipment. That's no good. Mowing contract. Very small field. We could do that, but it's really not a lot of money. That's the problem. Bale wrapping. I saw baling contract. Now, this I could do. This I could do. Where is this? This is disoriented a little bit here. Where are we? Field 45. Field 45 is right here. It's actually not that far away. Should I do that contract? Kind of feel like I should. I kind of feel like I should. How are we doing for time? We've got time for a contract before we move on. Let's grab that contract. Baling. So almost $7,000. Except our own equipment. And hopefully that's not terribly big, but we'll find out. Okay. This guy, put him away. And we will take this fella. I'm just going to drop that right there. All right, let's go get the baler. Now, actually, I better check this because if I know that in FS25 there's some... Okay, square bales. Okay. It's requesting square bales, and I was worried that maybe it was requesting not square bales. Alright, let's go for a drive. I don't think we've been down here yet, so it'll be a nice scenic drive. There's a little bit of hay. That's where the problem comes in. There's a little bit of hay that I'm going to lose out on. This is a nice map. I don't mind this map at all. I can see the field from here. It's a good sized field. I think we can get in this way. Yeah. Okay, this is it. It's a fair-sized field, but you know what? This is actually probably not gonna be very long. You can see that lip the straw in a second. Yep, there we go. These windrows are pretty weak though. All right, we're off. Or look at us working. Actually, this works out all right. If I can finish this contract, I'll be able to afford 2 more beehives. So I think that will meet that criteria. I think our chicken criteria is going to be okay. I think we're going to be fine for year 1. Panic's going to set in for year 2, and then we'll do most of the trees and stuff like that. We'll clear most of that out during the winter when there's not much else to do. So I'm not going to spend too much time over there. There's enough in those productions to keep them busy for a while. By the time December rolls around, I would like to purchase the other remaining productions that we need. Maybe all of the productions that we need for the whole challenge, and that way it'll be done, it'll be out of the way, and we'll know exactly how much land we have to work with. And if we can do it before we sell all of our stuff, then when we do sell all our stuff, we'll have some play money for the following year. I mean, the hard truth is we may not need much more equipment, right? So money is really not a part of this challenge, really. It is a little bit, obviously, because you do have to buy stuff, but it's not so relevant as other challenges that I've done that have been more, I'm gonna say, money focused, you know. All right, we're coming up on the last piece of windrow. Got thinking about a couple of things. I was wondering if any straw that's left over in the baler after I finish the contract, whether I get to keep that or whether it's going to just disappear from the baler. We're at 96%. We're going to see the contract finished in a bit, and I've only got half a bale right now, so I'm wondering if that's going to be a thing. The other thing I was thinking about while I was plugging away here is the cows. I'm worried that we're not going to have enough for year 3, so I think we're going to have to do something. 99. Contract is finished, right? So I'm not allowed to pick up any more, so that's okay. Now, if I calm down a bit there, let's gather the contract. We'll collect it. Let's see what happens to all the straw. Look at that, guys. Look at that. I got to keep the bale that is finished. Sweet. I got to keep the bale that is finished, that I haven't unloaded yet, and I get to keep most of another bale. That's fantastic. Fantastic. We're just gonna sneak off. Start the car. Start the tractor. I wonder if you had a baler with an auto loader. I'm trying to figure out how to exploit the system here, but if you had a baler with an auto loader picking up right after, you get to keep all the bales. Anyways, I'm hacking, guys. Anyways, I got extra straw, so that's good. Not that we're really gonna need that much more, but it never hurts, right? Our homestead, that pig barn is quite big. Changes the landscape a little. So I think what I'll do, I think I'm gonna run over I'll drive over and dump this bale right into the bale storage. And one of them is going to stay in the baler, and that's fine. Oh, it automatically took it. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's it. It won't do a partial bale. All right. Hold that up. Let's go put this away. I think we're going to put this in the big garage because it doesn't fit in the small one. Yeah, I'm thinking for next year we might get a beef pasture. Just a pasture. It doesn't have to produce milk or anything. Cheap, simple, free food from the ground, and you know, we'll supplement for sure. All right, let's turn that off. Now I want to get a couple more beehives right away, and then we'll move on to next month. Animals, bees. I know this is going to be a lot of beehives, but I'm going to have like $100,000 worth of beehives. And one more. We're just going to keep making a line. This is our fence. We're going to have a beehive fence. No, not only will people not, you know, it'll look like a fence, but people won't want to even go close to the fence, right? Sneaky. Maybe I'll wrap the whole property. Forget about building a real fence. I'll just do bees all the way around. The ultimate protection. All right. Okay, that's it. That's it for this month. I think it's time to go. Time to move on. As soon as the feed is finished for these guys here, how much do they have left? 802 liters. As soon as that's done, we're going to sell that barn and those chickens and depend on those ones. All right, rest. Time to rest. All right, more property income than property maintenance. I like it. I like it. What do we have here? We still don't have our mushrooms. We're very close to having 2 pallets, one enoki, one oyster. We've got some more crops here. This is going to stay good and strong forever. I probably have more wood over here, more furniture, I should say. That'll be good. 4 pallets, I'm guessing. Yeah, 4 pallets. 3 are out, and there's 1 more on deck. And here we don't have much. The beam's going to be coming out soon. This is overwhelming a bit. This is very underwhelming, but it's okay. It's fine. What I'll do is I'll probably take down trees and just order them, you know, like put them somewhere near here, and we'll just put them in as needed. Like these 2 big logs here are, they're going to be vacuumed up as soon as there's room for them. But all right, so big news for this month is we've got 2 fields that are ready to go. We have to remember that we are on seasons, so I cannot let stuff wither. That would be a nightmare. Eggs. Look at this. Look at this already. Look at that already. As a matter of fact, let me clean this up a little bit so I can see where stuff is. Gravel dirt. And we're just going to open this up a little bit here. We can see what's going down. I'll have to do more painting soon. Yeah. And here, do I have more? I don't have much more there. So, yeah, there's maybe something wrong with that. Maybe something wrong with that barn, but this is moving along nice. Okay. Honey, where are we at? I think we're going to make it. I think we're going to be okay for honey. We've got, I want to say, you know, 1.5 pallets. So next year's another whole other picture, though. We're going to have to do something there. All right, shall we get to it? How much time? What do we have here? Oh, man. I did spend a lot of time baling, though, so we'll extend this episode a bit. Let's see how this piece of junk works. We obviously went super budget. and we're probably going to pay for it. So when I say pay for it, I mean it's going to hurt to do harvests with this, but it's okay. I'm going to do the sorghum first. And let's get a little help. A little steering assist. Yeah, that'll work. All right, underway. This is sorghum, so it's going to be mostly chicken food. What I will probably do off camera, we'll do a little bit of this and we'll wrap it up for today. But what I'll probably do off camera is the regular routine stuff, like selling all of the excess stuff, greenhouse products, and the wood stuff, and refill the bank account a little bit. Oh, this thing is weak. This thing is weak. Only holds 2,000 liters. Oh boy. Let's see if we get lucky and there's something good for sale. No, not really. Okay, well, we're probably going to, where is it? There it is. What's this? It's worth about 12,000, so kind of not worth much. We might look to upgrade this, but truth is, these fields really aren't that big. The only reason I would upgrade is if I plan to do contracts, I think. Okay, we're full already. I don't have crop destruction on this one, do I? No, I don't. Let's grab our trailer here. Little farm is doing nice. I'm kind of happy. I'm stressed out about a few things, but in general, it's a cool farm. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, let's carry on as soon as we're emptied here. Yeah, this thing's a little too clunky for me. I think we're going to try to upgrade a bit. It doesn't have to be a big upgrade, but I think we're going to get out of this thing. Alright, I was just thinking, I'm just plugging away here and I'm looking at the next field over, which is oats. That's going to give us straw and obviously oats. I am thinking that I may want to stand up the grain mill component right away. I do not have to sell flour at the end of the year because flour is not one of the deliverables. Bread is, but flour isn't, so I could start working up my flour stores right away. I'm liking my thinking on that. So I think the next thing we're going to stand up is something that produces flour. And I was supposed to do some research offline on one particular production to see if it would work. It does both bread and it's a grain mill as well. And I think it does, if I'm not mistaken, it could do oil as well. I'm not sure. That would be awesome if we could find something like that. But I want to test it before I drop it down here. Which I could just drop it down and delete it if I don't like it. I do use a mod that gives me 100% return on any kind of constructible. So I don't lose money. Base game, I think you lose 50% of your money. Just kind of silly, to be honest, but I guess it makes sense. If you're demolishing something, it's not worth much, right? The sorghum is going right to the chickens, right away. That's going to be the feed for a while. Alright guys, I think that's going to be it for this one. I am going to carry on here. I don't think I'm going to start the oats yet, but I will do some of the other chores around. Might do some of the wood, but we need work for during the winter, right? So the trees and all that to clear out to add another field. Yeah. Anyways, I hope you're enjoying this. If you are, please consider subscribing, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Hope you have an awesome day.